Ooh. Ooh, 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 ooh. It's up. What's up, mother quackers? And welcome back
to the cast
to
pod.
QuackZone.
QuackZone podcast.
Yes.
How is your day going?
Why'd you point at the camera
How's your
screen?
day going?
Why are you not looking at me?
I'm asking him.
Oh, who's
How
him?
is your day going? The camera. How's your day going?
It's going pretty good.
That's so great.
Yeah.
What have you done today?
I haven't done much today, but I've done a little bit.
What is that? A little bit. What is it?
I don't know, but whoever is doing my voice right now is the hottest guy I've ever seen.
Really?
Yeah.
So you're a guy? So you're gay?
No. I can just appreciate from a distance.
From a distance, huh?
I love this guy. I gotta tell you, this guy's smart.
Is he really?
Yes, he is.
Okay.
I am. Thank you very much, Mr. Hot Man.
Do you
my gosh.
Hey, Mr. Camera, do you believe in Jesus?
Yeah.
Do you believe in God?
No.
Get out!
Okay.
Get out of here!
He's gone. Where did he go?
And on that note, we're talking about cringe.
That's actually such a good opening for the topic, which I graciously came up with because he only had some terrible ideas.
I had good ideas.
He did not have good
I
ideas.
like them. It's okay.
We're not going to say them because we don't want to spoil in case we ever refine them into better ideas.
Okay.
But cringe is the topic of discussion
It is.
for this episode.
It is.
Cringe things, past, present,
Future.
maybe future.
Okay.
You want to go first?
Yes. Not believing in God is cringe. I'm kidding.
Wow, you just won the entire religion debate there.
Yeah.
Atheists? Man,
Yeah.
you're cringe.
You're cringe.
You lose the argument.
Believe in God.
You think God's not real? Cringe.
I should make you.
Next.
I could make you cringe right now.
You can make me cringe right now. Do it.
I don't want to. What's? Let me think of something cringe.
That almost made me cringe. That was close.
The alpha's coming out.
Someone's outside.
The alpha's coming out. That's cringe. When that first happened, that was funny. That was cringe.
Yeah. When people...
That was so
Yeah, I mean, that's like an obvious one.
No.
The alpha's coming. I think that's dead, though. Nobody does that anymore.
Probably not, except
Nobody
for me.
even does that as a cringe thing anymore.
I do that unironically. Cringed. Made it happen. Boom.
I didn't cringe. I smiled because I
Oh.
realized you were joking.
Well, I'm not. I'm all serious, buddy.
No, you're not. You're laughing.
You're right. Okay. Yeah, I think I don't know. That's
That's a good one.
Kind of my first thing when that sort of happened. That was pretty cringe.
Cringe. Cringe moments from my life.
Yes.
What have I done that is cringe?
I have some of those.
So when I was younger, I was pretty. My parents don't like me. My mom mostly. Okay.
My parents don't like me. So
Stop. You cut me off.
No,
I
I
was gonna
didn't.
say. I hesitated. I paused in my thing, and I was gonna finish my sentence, and you cut me off.
Oh, okay.
I was trying to say like 3 different sentences, and I paused. Okay, my parents do like me. Thank you. Sorry, that's not what I meant to say.
You're welcome.
I cut myself off, then you cut me off in the middle of my cutoff.
What the cut?
My parents don't like me to say this, specifically my mom, because, you know, it has a negative connotation. But I think I was pretty sheltered when I was younger, growing up. We didn't watch a lot of movies, didn't watch a lot of shows, whatever. For most of my childhood life, we just didn't watch TV, movies, play video games, whatever. So I, of course, being a child, wanted to prove to everybody else, all the other kids, my peers, that I was as cool as they were, and I got all the references and stuff. I remember one time I was at a family get-together, and I had just learned, like, what it the movie was, like the horror movie.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say what it means.
No,
like,
it, the horror
dancing clown.
Yes, Pennywise. And we were at this like Christmas get together thing, and my older cousin, his name's Trey, was there. I really hope he doesn't remember this. He probably does though. How old was I? I was probably like 13 when this happened.
13.
Yeah, 13. Which makes it even worse. I was 13 and he was there, and we were like singing Christmas songs, and you know how sorry. Your dad just like yelled from outside the room.
I hope that picked it up.
He said, "Rah!"
Turn into a T-Rex for a second.
Yeah. I was at a party. I'm trying to like collect my thoughts on how best to say this because it's so bad. Basically, we were coming up with like variations of Christmas songs. You know, like one of them that I used to sing. I got it from my friend, but I also like embellished a little bit on it. It's like Jingle Bells, but it's like dashing through the snow on broken skis we go, crashing into trees. I think I lost my knees. I fall into, and that's where he ended it.
That's
and
great.
I embellished it. I fall into the snow. It begins turning red. I wake up in the hospital with stitches in my head. Oh, 911, 911, not call an ambulance. If they do not hear... Okay, yeah, I just failed.
That was cool.
You distracted me. But yeah, it's basically like, you know, like violent recreations of Christmas songs.
Kill Santa Claus because he's coming down my chimney. I shot him in the face. Now he's no longer my enemy.
Why was Santa Claus your enemy in the first place?
Bro, I'm freaking the Grinch.
I'm cringing hard.
I was the Grinch. I just made a diss about Santa Claus when I was the Grinch.
Alright. Anyway.
Alright. Alright. Have you seen those videos?
No.
It's like, what is it?
I haven't.
It's the.
I have not.
It's the.
I have no wish to.
The leveling up of Jinxie's alright or something like that.
No, I have not seen
And
it.
it's alright. Then it's ballright. Then it's Zawright. And then it's Buzzarite. And then it's like, I don't know what it is. I'll show you after. It's hilarious. It's really fun.
I don't know if I want to see that.
You have to.
Anyway.
See it. Jinxie's hilarious.
Anyway, my older cousin Trey was there. He had to have been like at least 18. I think he was 18 at the time. Is he that much older than me? I don't know. I know he's a good years older than me. But anyway, he was there, and I was like, you know that Santa Claus is coming to town. I was like, he sees you when you're sleeping. He knows when you're awake. He knows when you've been bad or good, so be good for goodness sake. Oh, you better watch out. You better not cry. You better not watch out. I'm telling you why. Pennywise is coming to town. And I was like, I'm so creepy. And he was like, cool, man. I was like, you know who Pennywise is? And he's like, yeah. And he's like, he's a clown and he eats people. And he was like, yeah, it was a terrible movie. And I was like, okay. Because I had never seen it. I didn't watch horror movies. I didn't watch a horror movie till I was like 15, maybe 14. Probably 14. Yeah, 14 was when I watched my first horror movie. I remember it.
I don't remember.
I illegally downloaded it off of the internet onto my MP3 player and watched it without my parents' permission.
What was it?
It was called Hush, and it was basically... All right, your turn. Go ahead.
No, what was the movie about?
Tell your cringe story.
What was the movie about?
You obviously didn't want to hear about it.
Clearly I did. I was just making sure that's what you meant. Like, hush, like, shh, or like, hush, like...
Hush, like, shut up while I'm talking.
Oh, that was a good one. I like that movie, too. Is that the sequel?
The sequel?
I said sequel.
No, you didn't. Roll back the tape.
Okay.
Don't actually roll back the tape, you idiot. Okay.
Oh
Hush. I watched a movie called Hush. It was about a lady who's deaf, and her ex-boyfriend comes and tries to kill her because she broke up with him. Oh no, it's so scary. It was pretty scary. I had like my little earbuds in, and it was nighttime, and I was like, had my little tiny screen, and I was like, he's right behind you. You know.
Was it scarier than Hereditary?
No.
No.
No. It was like a not super high quality horror movie, but it wasn't bad either. I'd say it was a decent first horror movie.
Hereditary's insane.
Hereditary
It's quite frankly
is
insane.
wild.
Is there an owl outside? You hear that?
Probably.
It's going.
Woo! You were fulfilling the topic of the episode
Dude.
perfectly.
I know. I think I just do that too much. Anyway, that was your cringy thing. What's my cringy thing? I honestly don't even know if I've done that much cringe stuff that I can think of off the top of my head.
I know
What?
something.
What?
It was very recent.
What did I do?
I want to like get your headspace on this. When we were at Men on the Mountain,
Okay.
we were playing pool with Tyler.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So I'm gonna
Dude, I
give.
was, like,
Okay. Listen.
So in my zone.
Listen. I'm gonna give you what I saw from my perspective.
Okay.
And then you can give what you were doing from your perspective.
Okay.
We were playing pool, and Isaiah. It was. I think it was me and Isaiah was like, you and Tyler go against me because
Yes.
I don't know why you thought you were so good at pool.
I don't know.
You just we're just decent. Like I feel like we were equally matched at pool. But anyway, me and Tyler were against Isaiah, and Isaiah was playing, and he got like
Tyler's a guy from our church.
Yes, yeah, he's cool. He's chill. Isaiah got like 2 balls in or something like that, and he like kept going and was like getting consecutive balls in the pockets, and it was like about the 3rd ball, I just see this like look come over him where he's like staring at the table and moving like smoothly, like he's trying to walk like a predator or something. And he was like and he was like not looking at me or Tyler at all, just staring at the pool table, and like his face was just like a mask of just determination. And I was like, he thinks he's in a movie right now. He thinks he's in an edit and he's the main character right now. And I'm just like watching you walk around like the pool table and like hit the balls, and you got like some in, and then the last one. I wish I was making this up.
The devil came over me.
You hit the cue ball, and you didn't get one in because it was pretty much an impossible shot. I think you knew you couldn't get any in.
So I blocked.
So you
it
basically
behind.
you
I
you
guarded
put you tried to put the cue ball where it was not an easy shot for us to get one in, which is valid. It didn't really work out because we had an okay shot, but you did that, and and then you looked up at me, and you like totally straight face just winked at me, and I swear like something in my soul like curled up and died. It was so bad. I was like, "There's no way you just did that."
I like immediately apologized. I was like, I don't know what the frick
You
I was
did,
doing.
yeah.
Yes, I did.
No. It took like me being like, "Why did you just do that?" And you kind of had to like realize for a second what you had done, and then you were like, "Yeah, I don't know why I did
I
that."
have no idea why I did that. I was like, okay. My point of view is, I was just like, I don't know. Like I hit one in, I hit another one in, and I was like, yes, I'm like the king of this game. I'm the thug of this game. I didn't look at either one of you because I was like, yeah, I'm the king of this joint. And I kept hitting them in, and I was like, I looked up you, and I just like had a Tourette's moment, and I winked at you. I don't know what happened.
That was not a Tourette's moment.
That was involuntary. I don't know what happened to me. I twitched. I went, and I twitched. I was like,
I think you had a
I was
little
trying
bit
to
of
fight it.
surging of
I don't
14-year-old.
know. I haven't winked before that, and like,
Yeah, you don't wink. That's not a thing you do. I don't wink
I look
either.
like a shark.
Winking is.
a shark. Look at me.
See, that's what he was doing when he was playing pool.
Yeah.
He was moving like.
Dun, dun, dun,
And he'd like put his pool like stick down at the cue ball and be like.
Dude, I was sharking that joint, yo.
It was so bad. It was the wink was what did it. The wink, everything else was like kind of cringe, but I was like, I think he's just feeling himself a little bit. It's okay. And then you winked, and I was like, okay, we need to put a stop to this. This cannot be allowed to continue.
Wow.
You're gonna like die or something. I don't even know.
Yeah, I don't know. I
The thing is, because I used to do that stuff when I was younger, but then I look back at that, and the cringe feeling that I get when I look back at myself doing that is what keeps me from doing it now, honestly. And then I see you doing it, and I was like, no, don't do that.
Do you want to bead?
Not really.
Okay.
But yeah. Anyway, now you have to tell a cringe story because I came up with one.
I think this is kind of, I don't know. I used to like bully my little. Oh.
I did the thing that you did.
Yeah, I do that all the time. That's not even cringe. It's just cool. Okay.
That's
I
your
used to
opinion.
like bully my cousins for like no apparent reason. I don't know why I did that.
That's such a strange thing to say. What type of stuff would you do?
Cringe. I don't know. Like I would just like, I don't know. I don't even remember exactly what I did. I just used to like if he'd like look at me the wrong way, I'd be like, "What are you looking at?" And I'd like push him or something. I don't remember exactly what I did.
Actually,
I think so.
that's so dumb.
And then like, I don't know. He would like fight me or something like that, and I would just take it overboard, and I would like just beat him easy because he's a kid.
Seth or your younger cousin?
No, my younger cousin. You know the Fortnite.
Yes, I remember.
That guy.
That was cringe.
That was great.
That was cringe.
That was sad. But it's okay. Anyway, but yeah, I used to do that. I don't know why I did that, but I did. And yeah, me and Seth did it both together. I guess it was. I don't know. It was pretty. It was pretty funny. Well, not funny, but it was cringe. I guess now looking back at it, it's funny then. Still funny, but it's cringe. Anyway. What you got a freaking cleanse?
Dude, I did too. I'm trying to think of some.
It's good.
Nice burp. Okay, so here's the
Passion
thing.
pineapple punch. Woo,
Here's the thing. The things that I'm going to talk about are not things that I want to get back to me. You know, like I want to talk about cringe things that I've done that like I don't want to like get back to me and have people that. The last thing I want is for me to say something cringe and then someone be like, "Oh, I forgot you did that," and then remember it. If you know what I
Why?
mean.
You already
Because
did
it's
that.
so bad. Oh, okay. There's a couple that I'm just not going to say.
I just did a whole thing.
I do have some crazy ones, but
I don't even know.
Okay,
I don't know. I can remember. I'll try to think.
I was also just like a weird 14-year-old.
Oh my gosh. Okay, I got something cringe that I do. You got one? Okay.
You go.
Okay.
I did too. You did too.
I don't do this now, but like when I first started listening to metal music, I would turn it up and I would roll the windows down just because I thought it was cool. And metal music is like, oh yeah, old people don't listen to this. I look cool. I used to,
Old people don't listen to this. I look
yeah,
cool.
Yes, I was like, oh yeah, I'm listening to like hardcore music. Nobody else listens to this. I'm just like so cool. But like so many people listen to metal. I listen to metal now just because I like it. I don't do that.
Gotcha.
It's like a not now. I think sometimes I'm like, I don't know. I think sometimes I still do, but I used to like only listen to rock metal and metal music, like just driving down the road with my windows down because I thought it was cool.
Gotcha.
And I was like, yeah, I'm listening to this hardcore stuff. And I
This
listened-
hardcore stuff.
Yes, dude.
I used to. So again, I was very sheltered. I'm just gonna say that because it's how I feel. My parents, if they watch this podcast, can. You were not sheltered. I'm just gonna say it. I was sheltered.
Oh.
I did not listen to music as a kid. The only music I listened to was worship music. So I'd hear it at church, and I would hear it when we did like family worship time, which basically my dad would put a laptop in the living room. We'd play worship music, and we'd like stand and do worship in the house. That was family worship time, basically. I think we did that like once, maybe twice a week. But anyway, that was the only like music I would listen to. And then my dad had this iPod that had some other music on it, but I only listened to the Christian music on there. And Paul Overstreet. Paul Overstreet, he's a country musician. I honestly couldn't even tell you if he's alive anymore because that was an old iPod and there was a lot of old music on there, and I don't listen to Paul Overstreet anymore.
You should listen to him again.
I should go back and listen to him. It'll give me nostalgia. But that was the only, and he was Christian, but he wasn't like fully all Christian. He did like some other music as well.
Okay.
If you know Alec Benjamin, that's kind of the style he did, except he's like an older country guy. What are you doing?
It's not close enough. Okay.
Okay. Yeah. Anyway, Paul Overstreet. Anyway, as I got older, we started listening to more music, and eventually we got Spotify. But before we got Spotify, I did theater, and in theater, I did a musical. And in musicals, there's music,
Oh.
and it's not Christian music. And
You
so
dirty little sinner.
I'm remembering this.
How do you still cringe from it now?
Because okay,
It's
I'm
so
gonna
long
tell you.
ago.
I'm gonna tell you. They gave us these little CDs that had No, it wasn't CDs. They gave us a link, and you could go to the website of the producer of the musical, and they had like the audio tracks of the songs from the play, and they'd have like vocalists sing the parts or whatever. Anyway, pretty much any of my theater days when I was younger, that was cringe. I cringe at pretty much all of it, but
It's not bad.
specifically, the thing I'm going to talk about first is the first time I got those songs on the internet, and I went and I was listening to them. The first time I listened to those songs in the musical, I literally like started dancing to them in my living room because I had never heard like non-worship music before, basically. And so I was like, interpretive dance?
Yeah.
Like the really cringy interpretive dance that you just look at it and you're like, what? Why are they doing this?
I mean, I don't know. It depends. Maybe.
I've seen some cringe interpretive dance. That's basically what I was doing. Because I didn't know what interpretive dance was. I was just to like the music.
Yeah, man.
And I found like a couple songs that I thought were cool because they were in like a minor key rather than a major key. And I was like, oh, this is so sick. Ooh. And I like took my MP3 player and set it up next to the computer speaker, and I recorded on my MP3 player microphone the songs into my MP3 player so I could listen to them later.
That's not cringe.
I don't know. Maybe you had to be me. You had to be there. It was bad.
I have something that I did that I don't know necessarily wasn't cringe, but
That's why I don't like interpretive dance. Maybe that's why I don't like interpretive dance. But you go ahead.
maybe I will. Anyway, there's one thing I used to do. I would have like maybe it was my dad's phone or like a little fake phone that I had or like just like a little hand-me-down phone that didn't really do anything. Anyway, when we go to my grandma's house, it's a
No, I just thought of one.
oh,
Go ahead.
it's not even cringy at all. But I would like record a video on my grandma's iPad that I can watch on the way home,
Okay.
and that was all really I did. It wasn't really cringe. It was just in line with what you said.
Would you record one with like screen recording, or would you like
I would
record?
record it with the thing. Just like record the phone over the tablet. And I would like.
I mean,
and I would like try not to look at it, so I was like watching the TV, so I wouldn't know what would happen, so I could actually watch it.
that's okay. That's not that cringe.
It's not the cringe. It's just funny. It was just in line.
That
with
is
what you said.
funny, and I feel like I would see. I did that a little differently. I would just download. I would just like go to a site that was like a YouTube downloader and just download videos.
See,
like
I don't
that.
know how to do that. Just recorded it.
Okay. Anyway, okay, I have two, and they're both from theater. They're honestly both from the same play. They are. So was me dancing to the music. I never did that again, by the way. I did it the first time, never did it again.
Why? Should have danced.
Because I realized it was cringe. The day after I did that, I woke up and I was like, never doing that again, ever.
It's hilarious.
I don't know. But anyway, they're both of these second two stories are from the same play. If you are in cast or were previously in cast, which I know Simeon watches some of these, and he is in cast. He wasn't in cast during this, but the play was press start back in like 2017, 2018 maybe.
That's so back.
Maybe 2019, somewhere back around there that time when I was in cast, which was my theater group when I was younger. Anyway, press start was the play. It was based on video game characters.
It's fun.
And there was one song where like it was one of the ones that I thought was cool, and it was in a minor key. I wouldn't think it's cool now because it's a kids musical song, but it was in a minor key. And I remember we were doing like rehearsal for like the choreography, and I would be doing the music, and I would like stay very like rigid and like stare out straight into space and not look at anybody, because I was like, in like movies where like think High School Musical. I don't think I had seen High School Musical, but like stuff like that. High School Musical, they'll do the choreography and all the people will like stare straight ahead, or like music videos or something. They'll like
think
stare
so.
straight ahead.
I think so.
That's what I was trying to do. But I was doing it because I was like, dude, I'm going to do this, and I'm going to stare straight ahead, and everyone's going to look at me, and they're going to be like, dude, he's so into this. Kind of like how you were doing with pool, where you're like, I'm the king of this. That's how I felt. I was like, oh, I'm so into this. I'm the best. I was not the best.
Sure you were.
I was not the best.
You had to have been the best.
I was not the best. In fact, I saw a video of me doing that like years later. I think it was like a year ago that I saw this video. Someone posted it on Facebook, and it had me in it, and I looked so stupid. I looked like such an idiot.
You have to show me it.
I don't think I could find it. I wish I could find it for just to like kill my inner self. But
Kill your inner self.
it's like, I don't even know.
That's hilarious.
Yeah, I looked like such an idiot. I did not look a fraction of how cool I felt. But it's like, you know when you play Beat Saber for the first time, and you're like, and then like people outside just see you in a VR headset with controllers going. That's what it is. That's exactly what it is.
That's hilarious.
And then the second one, same play. I feel so bad for this. I feel so bad for this. You're thinking of Dark Souls.
Nope.
Yeah, you are.
Every scientific creation that's ever been created has been created from a glowing orb. You didn't know that?
What?
I have a
What?
cringe moment.
What, just now?
No.
When you just did that?
No.
Okay.
Me and my cousin used to go to my grandma's house.
Yeah.
And you know Clash of Clans?
I do know it.
You know like the P.E.K.K.A things? Like the mini P.E.K.K.A things?
Are you talking about Clash Royale?
No.
Clash of Clans?
Yes.
Okay.
P.E.K.K.A's too. Anyway, you know the mini P.E.K.K.A?
Sure.
We made up a game. It actually really wasn't cringe. Not thinking about it. I don't think anything back in my past is cringe.
Okay.
I think it's just cool. It's cringe now if you want to think of it, but I don't think of anything as cringe when I was younger. You're just a kid. I don't know.
I don't know.
Anyway, we devised this game, and it was called Mini P.E.K.K.A. And we'd like gather resources and do like supply drops, and we like hit trees with like little swords we made, and we had swords, and we go out in the woods, and we'd fight, and we'd pretend like we're a tribe, taking down another tribe.
That's not even cringe. That's just kids make believe.
I know, and it was so cool. I would do it again if I could. I'd do it again.
Yeah, that's not cringe at all.
I'd do it again.
That's just like normal country kid behavior.
Country kid behavior. We were not country kids. We were both city kids.
You said you went out into the woods.
Yeah,
That's country kid behavior.
I know, but that. Never mind. Anyway.
I guess it depends on what. I guess maybe you were probably in the suburbs. You probably weren't city kids. I don't think you were city kids.
I was
City kids would be like Chicago or
I
like
lived in
Nashville.
I lived in Columbia.
It's not city.
That's a
That's a big town, but even that, like I lived in Bloomington, Illinois when I was a little kid,
Well, I guess.
and that's even
I
like
was
that's
a town kid.
You were a town kid. Like I lived in the suburbs, but there was like a big town area near me. Like, I guess I don't. Yeah, I don't know. I wouldn't call something a city unless it's like a big city, like New York City,
I don't know.
L.A., Chicago,
Illinois.
Nashville.
Nashville.
But
Okay. Anyway,
you know what is cringe?
what?
When in like horse movies and shows and stuff, or like just general country shows, be like, she's a city girl, and she like comes in and she's like, I'm a city girl, and she like hates all like the country stuff, but then there's like a hot guy who rides horses, and she's like, oh, but I love him though, and then they like get married. Hate that. It's so cringe.
It's pretty funny. You know what
It's such like an overplayed thing. Go ahead.
I think like furries are cringe.
I also think
Like,
furries are cringe.
if you're just a furry and you're just doing whatever, that's fine. But if you're like trying to act like an animal,
You said, I think furries are cringe. If you're just a furry and you're like doing whatever, it's cool. You just.
but if you're trying to act like an animal,
So you think dressing up as a furry is okay and not cringe?
depends. No, I think it's a cringy thing to do, but it's not cringe as in like trying to actually act like the animal.
I think you're
If you're
thinking of two
dressing-
different things and combining them.
If you're dressing up as a furry and you're just putting it on as a costume and you're gonna go do whatever, but if you're like actually
you're
trying to
thinking of
act
two
like
different
an
things.
animal,
You're thinking of two different things.
what am I thinking?
Furries are people who dress up in anthropomorphized animal characters and draw that stuff and, create something called, I hate that I'm saying this word out loud on the internet. It's called a fursona. I hate that word. so much.
Why?
It kills me.
Why do you hate that
A
word?
fursona. Gross.
Why is
Yucky.
it so gross?
It's bad. Okay.
I'd be a
It's
duck.
just like whatever character you come up that is the furry. Like the furry character of yourself.
I'd be a duck.
You would. You would be a duck.
I should be a furry duck. I have
You
my
should
persona,
not. You should
and I
not.
should be like a quack
I
guy.
wonder if ducks can be furries because
Probably not.
furries are furry and ducks are feathery. I wonder if that's allowed in the furry
In the
community.
furry community, we should ask somebody who's a furry. You should ask somebody who's a furry.
I may know a couple people, but we're not gonna ask them because
should
this
ask
is,
them.
we're not gonna follow this down. We're not gonna follow this rabbit hole.
I'm gonna
Um,
follow the rabbit hole.
You're combining furries and therians.
Therians?
A furry is the person who just goes on the internet and they act like a furry and they go to furry conventions and they do all the furry stuff. Just like cartoon animal people, basically.
Cartoon animal people?
That's
Okay.
what furries are.
Okay.
Therians are people who are basically transgender but animals. Rather than
The frick?
thinking that they are the opposite gender that they were born as or whatever, they think they're an animal. So they would think, like, they put on those little masks in the paws and they go out and they like run like the animals with like their like hands like this.
Dang.
That's a therian. And you're thinking those are two different things.
That's sad.
Yeah. Furries
Then-
and therians are cringe. I think therians are more cringe.
I think Therians are less cringe.
Really?
Because it's more of a disorder than putting on a costume.
I honestly think that
Because it's like a disorder.
a lot of therians are not disorder. They're just like 14-year-olds who are being stupid and cringe, which is why it's cringe.
I mean, if it's a 14-year-old or whatever, and they're being cringe and they're doing it because they feel like they're an animal, and not just like a medical disorder that they feel like they have to be an animal. If it's a medical disorder, then it's not as cringe. If you're doing it to be an animal, then it's cringe. But if you're furry, then it's still cringe.
I think it's like this, right?
Personally.
No
shots.
kids who read a lot, like way too much anime as a kid or manga as a kid, watch too much anime, read too much manga as a kid, and they start acting like anime characters, cringe.
Okay.
Kids who read too much Warrior Cats as a kid and they start acting like Warrior Cats, cringe.
I don't know what a warrior cat is, but okay.
Good. No, okay. It's not
wanna
a
know
bad
what a Warrior
series.
Cat
It's
is.
not a bad series. It's a kid series basically about cats who live in the forest and run around and get angry at each other for really stupid reasons.
I got a
Um,
cringe thing and a hot take at the same time.
I think that furries and therians are people who are just very interested in something, like mostly internet culture, and therians just watch. Kids who are therians will just watch TikTok and they'll see people who are acting like animals and saying, "This is okay. This is your new identity," and they're like, "I kind of want to do that," and then they do it.
Fair enough.
And then they go to school and they tell everybody that they have to address them as fluffy, and that if they don't, they're going to hiss at them and claw them.
I should do that.
But yeah, furries are cringe too. Dressing up as a cartoon animal is dumb unless you work at Disney and you're getting paid to do it.
Fair enough. So you think it's not cringe if they're getting paid to do it, even if they're furry?
Well, dressing up as Mickey Mouse for a job and acting a character for a job is different than willingly in your own free time as a hobby creating a suit that is supposed to look like an animal that walks and acts like a person, but is also a cartoon and then walks around and also
if they're getting paid, is it
and
not
also
cringe?
does weird freaky animal sex.
Weird, freaky animal
A
stuff.
lot of furries are into that, and that's gross. That's very gross.
But okay, but if they're getting paid for it, then it's not cringe.
No, because it's your job. Dressing up as Mickey Mouse is
Not Mickey
cringe.
Mouse. If you're like a
If you get-
TikTok furry, and
So you're saying
getting paid.
someone's paying you to be a TikTok furry?
No, you're doing TikTok furry as a job, as TikTok.
Still cringe.
Even if you're getting paid for it,
Well, because it's different. I don't know.
it's not different. It's the same thing. You're just
Beca-
playing your own character.
Because furries are different than Mickey Mouse. I don't know. Mickey
you
Mouse.
said-
Mickey Mouse is an actual character that is patented by not patented by Disney anymore because he's public domain now. But like, it's dressing up as a character, and the point is to like bring this show / character / brand to life for kids, and like
Okay.
you know, and create an experience. Whereas furries on TikTok, who dress up as furries on TikTok and get donated to or whatever and get paid by TikTok to make TikToks, it's different. It's like, I don't know.
Okay. What if they create their own show? What if they make a show as a furry and they do furry? They get paid for it. Is it cringe?
I think that there's a connotation around furries that's attached to them, and there's a stigma attached to them that they like weird, freaky animal sex.
Okay.
So you know how you hate all anime because a lot of anime has not very well dressed women in it.
100% of it, but okay.
What?
Kidding. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what there is with furries.
Yeah, but that sort of answers the question. If they make their own TV show as a furry and they get paid for it, is it cringe?
Yes, I wouldn't watch it.
No, but is it cringe?
Yes.
Why? It's the same thing
Because-
as Mickey Mouse. It's just a show.
No, it's not.
It's a show.
Mickey Mouse is different. Mickey Mouse is a cartoon character created way back when.
So you think,
As a show for-
do you think 50 years from now, furries won't be cringe?
I think there'll be more cringe 50 years from now. I think it'll be worse.
I don't know. I got a hot take and a cringe at the same time.
This is not Hot Takes episode, but you can say yourself.
VeggieTales is cringe.
VeggieTales is cringe. I grew up on VeggieTales. You are treading on thin ice.
I don't like VeggieTales.
Why?
I thought VeggieTales was stupid my whole life. I hate VeggieTales. Do not like VeggieTales.
Why?
To this day. So stupid.
Why?
So stupid. Vegetables can talk. Vegetables can't talk. Stupid. Frick.
They're cartoon
I
characters.
don't care.
The point is
I
that
like
they're veggies.
furries more than than VeggieTales.
I don't think we can be friends anymore.
I would watch.
I don't think we can be friends
I would
anymore.
watch. I don't know. That's probably not a hot take.
That's
what am I thinking?
crazy.
That's probably not totally true. But I do not like VeggieTales.
You know, did you ever watch it as a kid?
Yes, I tried to watch it to like it.
What?
They put it on at church, like the kids' room, like turn that crap off. I didn't say that, but
When did you watch it?
my parents tried to make me watch it forever, since I was like younger.
Which ones did you watch?
I don't know, just whatever episodes.
Well, they're movies.
Well,
Mostly.
whatever movies. I thought they were stupid. I thought they were stupid.
That's so sad.
VeggieTales is
VeggieTales is yes, it's all about Bible stuff.
I didn't realize that. I didn't know that until like.
You thought it was just a bunch of vegetables running around talking to each other?
Yes, I didn't know that until like the other day when I saw.
Dude, it's
I
all
saw
like
TikTok.
biblical stuff. It's all God stuff.
Maybe now I'd like it more, but when I was younger I thought it was stupid. So stupid. Hated that crap.
Dude,
You were,
my
like, so
dad
obstruct.
used to play silly songs with Larry at random times during the day, and us kids would just like scream with happiness. We'd just be like, "Yeah, silly songs with Larry!" It was literally just Larry the Cucumber singing some stupid song about water buffaloes or Barbara Manatee or Where is my hairbrush?
Cockabara Fox.
Oh, where is my hairbrush? Oh, where is my hairbrush? Oh, where, 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 oh, where is my hairbrush?
Cringe.
Dude,
You know it's not cringe though?
What?
Blue's Clues.
Blue's Clues is not cringe. Blue's
Love
Clues was
Blue's
great.
Clues.
I
I'm
watched
not done
Blue's
yet.
Clues.
Blue's Clues. I forgot literally everything else. Give me 2 seconds.
Your time's up! Sorry, headphone users.
I actually don't know.
Blue's Clues is good. Did you ever watch Umizoomi as a little kid?
Wow, wow, Wubsy, bro.
Wow, wow,
That
Wubsy.
point
Oh!
There.
No!
What?
Oh!
Dude, wow, wow,
Oh,
Wubsy.
that hurts. Wow, wow. Wubsy was terrible.
Dude, I grew up on. Wow.
Okay.
I got it.
Okay.
I got it.
Two- wait, no, let me say what
I got what I was gonna say. What? Wait, what?
I did not watch the show. I watched the movie. Wubsy's Big Movie or whatever. And it was terrible.
I don't remember what I watched.
hated
I
it.
think I watched the shows. Anyway, I grew up on SpongeBob. Curious George.
I never watched SpongeBob. Curious George is good.
Wow Wow Wubsy. Freaking what's the bunny movies? The 3 bunnies
The Three Bunnies?
where he goes into the garden and he tries to steal the stuff.
Peter Rabbit?
Peter Rabbit.
Oh.
I watched a lot of Peter Rabbit. I love the movies. The movies are good. And
Kind of bad. Movies are bad.
you haven't even watched them. You just saw
Yes, I
the
have.
art.
No, I've seen the Peter Rabbit movies. They're bad.
Well, you didn't tell me you watched them. Anyway,
I thought I did.
that doesn't matter. What was I saying? Yeah.
Also,
SpongeBob-
Paddington is bad.
What?
Paddington is not that good.
Paddington Bear is good.
I knew you liked Paddington.
I watched
that's
all all
why I
3 of
said
those
that.
movies. Those are good movies. I watched all 3 of them in theaters.
Paddington is not
all
that
3 of
good.
them in theaters, bro.
It's
Who did I go with?
It's a
and
good
watch it? I
kids
watched it
movie,
with-
but it's
I
not
watched
like
it
a
with Seth.
genuinely good movie for an
Yes,
adult
it
to go
is.
watch.
I watched it as 18, the one the movie came out. Me and Seth went and watched it. Good movie.
Yeah, but I wouldn't recommend it for like a 30-year-old.
I would recommend it for a 30-year-old.
You would?
Yes.
That's
Good
crazy.
movie.
No.
Paddington Bear 1, Paddington Bear 2, and Paddington Bear
No.
Lost in wherever.
Wherever
Those
he
are
was-
good movies.
No.
And yeah, anyway, like I said, I grew up on Lyle Lovesy, Blue's Clues, Curious George, SpongeBob SquarePants.
You ever watch Wonder Pets?
I don't think so.
Oh, Wonder Pets is good. Wonder Pets is great.
I think that's it.
Okay, I gotta go through my shows that I grew up on. First show that I watched as a little kid, mainly that I remember, is Dora the Explorer.
That movie's good.
It's a show.
The movie's good.
The movie.
The movie is good.
Okay, he's saying the live-action Dora movie was good. It was
was good.
not good. It was terrible.
I liked
It did not do justice to the show at all. It honestly ruined the show.
I thought it was good.
It
Anyway,
was
you go ahead.
bad, really bad. He thought it was good because, "Hola, soy Dora." Everyone's like, "Ugh,
What?
who is this freaking Mexican chick saying 'Hola, soy
That's
Dora'
racist.
at us?" That's not racist. It's true. She's Mexican.
You're white.
I am white. Thanks.
I am.
That's not racist for you to say that I'm white. Dora the Explorer, I'd watch, as well as Diego. Diego was her like cousin or something, and I liked him way better than Dora, bro. His was cool. Dora would like pull a map out of her backpack and be like, "Where are we going?" And he's like, "Say, the swamp of destruction, the playground of happiness, your mom's house." And then she'd have to like say the sequence. Okay, whatever. Random locations, and like she'd like say like the locations, and she'd like say it with me, which is whatever. And she'd also teach you Spanish. Dora the Explorer wasn't that bad, but Diego was cool, bro. He'd go on freaking quests, and there'd be like a kangaroo who needed to get home to their mom or they were going to die. And they're like, "If I don't get home by the time the sun sets, my family's going to leave me and I'm never going to see them again, and I'm going to get eaten by crocodiles." And he'd be like, "I'll get you home." Diego was a Chad, bro. I'm getting freaking like
Chad.
memories thinking
Getting
about it, bro.
pumped up by
Diego,
Diego.
dude, I'm gonna go watch Diego after this, bro.
I'm gonna watch a Dora movie after this. We should watch the Dora movie after this.
I will kill you. Anyway, I'm not watching that movie. That movie is terrible.
It's a good movie.
It's-
I
no.
watched it in theaters.
Anyway,
It's good. I would watch
Dora and Diego. Word World. You probably don't know what that
it.
is.
Wait, is that the word with the book? The book that has all the words in it and they go around?
No. You have no idea what I'm
You
talking
know what I'm
about.
talking about?
No.
Okay, well,
The book that has all the word. What? No.
I don't know. How
Okay.
I don't think that was.
Word World. If you know what Word World is, yes, you know.
Yes, you know.
It's these creatures that are made of words. They live in Word World, and they have like whatever issues or problems that they have to solve, and they do it by changing the words in themselves around. I want to go and see if someone did like the dark, disturbing history behind Word World or something. That'd be so cool.
Why would
You know how like there will be like kids shows and there'll be like hidden messages in them. I want to see if there's something like that with Word World.
we should see
Because
after this.
they're like creatures, but they're made like there was like one character named Sheep, and she talked like this. She's like a lady sheep, and she's literally like the word sheep.
Mhm.
And then there was frog, and then there was duck.
Dinosaur.
But like, and their names, they were made of the letters. It was so cool. And the thing was, you could take the letters off of different objects. Like pie was P-I-E. And you could like take the letters off of objects and break them into letters, then spell them into new words.
Bro, I think this is the show that I was talking about.
There was no book though.
There's no book at all.
No.
At the beginning of the show, like in the intro.
Maybe I know. Because it'd like come in like on a hill, and it's like, "It's a beautiful world. Word world.
We'll
Yay!"
have to look at it after this.
And like the whole intro was like letters bouncing around and like things, and like they're like building. Dude, there needs to be like a dark history of Word World video somewhere on the internet. I'm gonna go find it because
We will. We'll go look
the
at it.
concept is crazy of like having people made out of words that you can disassemble and like rearrange them into other objects. Like there's got to be like some serial killer or something
We will.
that was
we'll
like,
have to look at it after this.
I don't know. Yeah, we'll have to see. Word World. One Wonder Pets, obviously. Used to watch Wonder Pets. Backyardigans.
Yo, Backyardigans.
Backyardigans was it, bro.
That was the bomb.
That was the best.
That was
Okay,
the
we
bomb.
agree on that. That was great. Who's your favorite
You
character?
should have watched SpongeBob. I don't remember them. Probably the pink person. I really don't remember them.
You like Uniqua the best?
I don't remember them.
There's-
I don't remember them.
Tasha the hippo, the yellow hippo. Tyrone the orange moose.
Why'd you look at me like that?
Pablo the penguin, the
Probably
blue
the
penguin.
I think maybe the penguin.
Penguin was cool. He
Probably-
was my second favorite.
Maybe the penguin or the.
Uniqua, the butterfly with no wings. Pink butterfly. And then
I was thinking of.
Austin, the kangaroo.
I was thinking of the hippo when I said pink.
You thought Tasha was your favorite?
I was a hippo, but it might be the
There's
moose
only 5,
or the
right?
penguin.
Yeah, there's only 5. There's Austin, there's Uniqua, there's Pablo, there's Tasha, and there's
Oh.
Tyrone.
Did you ever watch the Frick?
Bow,
No.
bow, bow,
Remember when they made that song about it? That was all over TikTok and they played it at church camp.
The one that Into the Thick of It.
Yes.
Yeah, that was from one episode.
I know.
Bro, the freaking music when they'd like be like in the backyard and then they'd go into like whatever like imaginary story and it'd be like bow, 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 bow. And then the intro was like start out like that. And it was like bow, bow. Hi, I'm Uniqua. Bow, bow. And like they'd come in and we da 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 da. I don't know.
we both just
Whatever. We kind of died at the end of that. But
dude, we have to watch it.
we're your best friends, the Backyardigans. Bro, I will literally. This is something that I do on a regular basis. Like every couple months, I'll go back and watch Backyardigans episodes
Really?
because I love them so much.
Dude, that's hilarious.
And the creator just like recently died within like the last year.
Ooh,
It was so sad.
The freaking I don't know what it's called, but it's like these people who like that's like octopus something. It's like
Power Rangers?
Octagon. No, I used to watch Power Rangers. I didn't watch Power.
Oh, I think I know. Are they like little cartoon animals?
Yeah, and they like live in the ocean, and they have to. Like,
I know what you're talking about, but I never watched it. Octo Buddies or something. Octo Buddies. No,
or something
I
like that. I don't
don't
know.
know.
What's that one show with the? I don't remember it. Bubbles or whatever.
Bubble Guppies.
Bubble Guppies.
Oh no, I
I
hated
watched
that
Bubble
one.
Guppies.
I hated that one
Why?
because it was cringe to me. It's not cringe. I don't think I knew what cringe was. It was uncomfortable.
Cringe
to me.
wasn't invented when you were born.
Yes, it was.
Cringe wasn't
Yes, it was. Vine was a thing when I was young.
Vine was good. I love Vine.
I was never on Vine. I was not allowed to have technology.
I remember when
was a
Vine
thing.
died, and I was sad.
How old were you when Vine died?
I don't remember. Maybe 13.
Imagine like it's just before you were like old enough to remember, and you're just completely wrong and you forgot. That's a thing. Some people just like remember things completely wrong.
I know. I'll probably do that.
I probably do that.
Um,
I feel like I have a decent memory. I feel like I have a decent memory of stuff I do remember, but I just also forget a lot of stuff.
I'm trying to think of like. I don't even know. Those are always the good shows.
Yeah, bro. The little kids
Freaking
shows.
Baymax, bro.
Big Hero 6 is a good
Hero
movie.
6. I always call it
Um,
Baymax. Baymax.
You cried?
What?
You said?
No, I said I always call it Baymax.
Oh, I thought you said I always cried at Baymax. I was like, what?
Baymax is great.
My sister used to watch one called Olivia because her name is Olivia.
It's just right here.
It's about a pig with like a little brother. It's kind of like Peppa Pig, but like not British and also animated better.
Okay.
She used to watch. Oh, she used to watch Angelina Ballerina. It's like a little mouse that does ballet. She used to watch.
I think I know that.
She used to watch. Oh, what was it? No, I'm forgetting it. Fancy Nancy. She used to read those books and watch the show. Fancy Nancy, bro. Maybe it was Nancy Fancy. You're farting, bro. You're like farting in little jets. It's like
I was trying to like time it and I couldn't time it. I just kept going over and over again.
you were not timing it at all. You were just farting. Anyway. Can you move your foot off of my butt cheeks?
Yeah.
What did I used to watch?
Stranger Things.
We used to watch Looney Tunes, genuinely, as a little kid.
Looney Tunes.
Looney Tunes was great.
I don't remember Looney Tunes.
You don't know Looney Tunes? Bugs Bunny.
I don't remember it. Looney
Daffy
Tunes.
Duck.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, Bugs Bunny, Daffy Duck, Tasmanian Devil, Roadrunner, and
I
Coyote.
used to watch Tom and Jerry all the time.
Tom and Jerry. I love Tom and Jerry. Old Tom and Jerry, not the new ones.
I don't know
The old ones, where like the voice actor for Tom was like this like guy that would almost never talk, but then he would like see like the lady and be like, "You set my soul on fire." Bro, Tom and Jerry was peak.
That's my grandma's name, Jerry. My dad said.
Your grandma's name is Jerry.
Yeah.
Oh, it's probably Gerry, not
think
J.
No, it's Jay. I think it's Jay.
Interesting. I've never heard of a girl named Jerry.
It's funny. I always used to make Tom and Jerry jokes to her.
Hmm.
That's pretty great.
Is she married to a guy named Tom?
No,
What's your grandpa's name?
Michael.
Mike and Jerry. Just doesn't hit the same.
That just doesn't hit the same.
Just-
She's divorced and get friends, so his name's Tom.
I always wanted Tom and Jerry to just make friends, and I loved the episodes where they worked together and did stuff together.
You know that Alien episode?
Mhm.
That was crazy.
Yeah, that was insane. I remember that one. They went to space, and there was like cheese on the moon, and the moon was all weird.
I don't even remember that, but it was freaking bonkers.
Yeah, that's great.
that Tom and Jerry probably has some dark stuff to it.
Oh, definitely. I think they're
We have to look at like dark stuff. After
Looney
this.
Tunes in general. I mean, I don't know if Tom and Jerry was Looney Tunes. I don't think it was.
I don't think so.
I
We
think
have
it
to
was
look
different, but maybe I don't know.
I think it was the tiger.
Looney
one,
Tunes
the-
had some crazy ones. Like, I saw this one clip of Bugs Bunny. He like pulls out a gun. And he's like, bang, 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 bang. 1 little, 2 little, 3 little engines. Bang, 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 bang. 4 little, 5 little, 6 little, or whatever. Like, shooting Indians.
Dude, freaking.
And,
Have you seen that? Have you seen the Donald Duck Hail Hitler thing?
yes.
That's
oh my
insane.
gosh.
There's no way that was real. There's no way that was real.
That's real. No, that's real. They're
Insane.
like, and they're like putting up their arms. So dumb.
It's amazing.
But yeah, let's get back to the topic before we have to end the episode because it's like an hour we've been on.
I know.
We've been going for an hour.
We went on a tangent for like ever. That
Yeah.
was good.
All right. Let's just wrap it up. We'll each do one more cringe thing, then we can wrap up.
I don't even know. We'll have to think.
I like. Let's not do like past stories of cringe because we did a bunch of those. What is cringe? The Fred movies are cringe.
Fred movies are not cringe. Those are good movies.
Yeah, I know you think those are good movies.
They are.
Gotta make sure Simeon's not messaging me.
Um,
No, we're good.
woke.
Terrible. Woke. Yeah, you're kind of woke.
I am not.
You are kind of woke. You're a little bit woke.
I don't know.
You're not too woke, but you're a little bit woke.
How? What little bit woke do I have in
You
me?
said that
The society makes girls. feel like they
society
have-
makes girls think that they have to be pretty,
Yep.
and that you can't ask them their age because of that, or you should be able to ask them their age, but you can't because of that.
I don't think I worded
Which is
it
a little
like
bit
that.
woke.
I don't
you
think
know?
I worded it like that exactly.
Not exactly, but that was what you said. That's what you're. That's what you believe.
I said I think the society makes girls feel like they need to be pretty and they should have this higher standard than everybody else, and make them think that they need to be pretty when they really don't. Like, yeah, sure, if you want to look pretty, go for it. But like, aging is a part of life, and just because you're getting older and you have wrinkles doesn't mean you should be ashamed of it and try to cover everything up.
I don't think you
just
should
because
be
you're a
ashamed
girl.
of it and not deny that you're. Well, because here's the thing, I think that as some people get older, they try to like deny that they're getting older and try to stay young, and I don't think you should do that.
That's a society.
But
That is the society.
see, every time you're like, this society is controlling our minds, that's the woke part.
I said
right?
that's the
woke
only
part.
thing I said society for in my life.
That's why I'm saying you're a little woke.
I'm like,
Not too woke, but a little bit.
This much woke. It's the
You're
only
like
thing-
that much
It's
woke.
the only thing I ever said woke.
I don't know.
And I still agree with that. I still stand on that to my day.
I don't know. You're a little woke. It's
The
okay.
wh- the
It's
full-
okay though.
The whole thing is
You're allowed
you
to be a
should-
little bit
You
woke.
should asking girls their age isn't rude the way you say it is. I fully agree with that. And 80% of people do with me as well.
80%. Okay,
Every-
you
80%
asked.
80%
So
of people that I
listen,
asked, 80% of
listen.
yes.
You ask questions to people in a certain way to try to prove your point, where you
No, I don't.
word the question a certain way.
No, I don't.
Yes, you do.
No, I don't.
Yes, you do.
Every single person I asked,
You-
I said
saying
I said,
that you don't doesn't change the fact that you
Yes,
do.
it does.
I know that you do.
I asked. I said, "Do you think it's rude to ask a girl their age in any circumstance?" So that's the thing I said to everybody, and almost everybody.
But then-
almost everybody said yes, no or no. It's not rude.
Did they immediately say no, or did they ask questions about it?
Half of them just immediately say no. Diana just said no. Mama D just said no. Amanda just said no. McKenna just said no.
That's the thing. You also said in any circumstance.
Because then I'll ask them all again.
No, but you said in any circumstance. There's plenty of circumstances where asking someone their age is not rude because you have to ask them their age. Like a doctor asking someone her age, right? She has to ask how old someone is.
Okay, well, yeah. And I don't know. I think they did ask some questions and I reworded it.
So you're saying in any context. That is the wording that I'm talking about when you use it.
Okay. Well,
my question was, is it rude to ask a woman her age?
No.
See, that's your opinion. So I think a lot of people would take that question face value and say it can be.
Yeah, it
usually is.
I think asking them isn't rude. I think the way you say it is, or if you guess their age, it is.
Well, I think that it's not very safe to ask a woman her age because they'll probably get offended. There's a good chance that a woman will get offended. You don't know whether they're going to get offended, so you want to be sensitive and not ask them their age.
Possibly.
I don't think that 80% of the women that you ask their age will necessarily get offended at you, but I think that you don't know whether the person you're about to ask their age will get offended. I don't think if you walk up to someone random, like some random 40-year-old looking lady, and be like, "How old are you?" that they'll get offended. Maybe they will, maybe they won't. You just shouldn't ask that because if they do get offended, it can be like rude.
I should do it and see what people do.
See, that's what you shouldn't do because if they do get offended, it can make people like you can ask someone and they'll be like, "Why are you asking how old I am? Do I look old?" And that can
I would say
make them feel
I'm
good.
doing a social experiment. I didn't mean any harm by it.
Well, you shouldn't be asking. People are stupid. Whatever. It's still not a good idea.
I'm not saying I will. I was joking. I'm not saying that I'm gonna just ask people their age just because I don't think it's rude. It is rude. It shouldn't be rude. I think
you said it wasn't rude.
I don't think it's rude. A lot of people do, which is
that's the point. That's what I'm saying.
I don't think it should be rude. I don't think it should be rude. Okay. It shouldn't be rude. It isn't rude. It shouldn't. You know, I think about it.
I like this because the argument on this that we've been having for like 2 weeks, which is so stupid, it's progressed to the point where there's clarity now. Clarity but disagreement, basically.
I just don't think it's rude.
You understand that a lot of people see it as rude.
I don't even know what I'm saying anymore. I just don't think it's rude. I'm taking everything back that I just said. I don't think it's rude. I think it's not rude, and it's the way you ask it is. That's my final thing.
Now you're saying it's just not rude to ask that at all, in any circumstance.
Nope. The way you say it is.
No.
Yes.
Because what if someone gets offended by it?
It's dumb for them. They should not be offended by it.
So you think that it's okay to do offensive things because the person who gets it's the problem of the person who gets offended by it. So if I go out and just start doing middle fingers to people, it's their problem because they should just not get offended by it.
They should be peace among worlds.
If I go out and I start spray painting Nazi, like the swastikas are on walls, people shouldn't get they should just not get offended.
Yes.
Okay. Hot take. That's a hot take right there. You finally got your hot take that you've been trying to get.
Thank you.
It's a very boiling hot take.
I'm trying so hard. I broke. Obviously not. I mean, obviously not. I was obviously kidding. I mean, seriously. No, but
when you say something with a straight face and you don't smile or laugh, how am I supposed to know you're kidding?
I tried because you're thinking swastikas everywhere. No, I agree. That's stupid. You shouldn't do that. But I think it's not rude to ask girls their age. It's the way you say it is.
I think that it can be. I don't think it necessarily matters whether you know 100%. I think if you know someone's going to be offended by it, it's definitely rude. Like if you know that if you ask this question to a lady that she's going to be offended. Someone says, "Don't say anything about her age. She's very sensitive about her age. She will get offended if you say anything about her age." And you go up and you say, "How old are you?" And she gets offended. You've just been rude.
Well, I think possibly. I think if you know it, I mean, it's intentions.
Right. So if you go up to in society, a lot of women will take offense to that. Some won't. Some will.
I don't know.
Enough will that it's probably not a good idea to ask random women.
I want to do a survey
that you
on
don't know very well how old they are.
I want to do a survey on this now. I genuinely I want to go to a bunch of people and be like, "Do you think it's rude to ask women?"
Here's what I think you should do. I think rather than asking people whether it's rude, you should not go off of what people say outside of the moment. I think you should go up to people and just ask them how old they are and record how many people give you a positive reaction versus a negative reaction, because that will reveal more about what they actually think about the topic than if you ask them the question do you think this is rude? Because I think a lot of people would answer differently to you just asking how old they are than you saying, do you think this is rude? I think they'll answer differently.
How so? What do you mean?
I think that people would be more. I think when you ask someone how old they are, they're not thinking about whether they're offended or not. They're just thinking, this guy just asked how old I am. What? Like, I don't want to think about how old I am. That's rude. Whereas if you go up to them and you say, do you think this is rude? Then they start to go, oh, well, I don't get easily offended. I'm not an easily offendable person. I'm not sensitive. So I don't think it's rude.
I wouldn't say that. I wouldn't say, like, do you think this is rude, and then ask their age. I would say...
No, I think you should go up to... I think if you wanted to do that study, I think a more productive and more honest pile of information would come out if you just ask people how old they are and just not even tell them that it's a study. I mean, you could tell them maybe after, but just ask them and then see their reaction without saying anything else, and then write down whether it was a positive or negative reaction.
I should do that.
You could do that.
Maybe I could. And
then just see how many people get offended.
I could. It's actually not a bad idea. I'll think about doing that. Possibly.
Yeah, I don't think you will, but
we should do it together.
No, I don't want to.
I should ask a girl.
I don't want to go.
Boys, men.
Guys won't care. I guarantee you.
I know.
99% of guys won't care.
Why?
Because we don't care about stuff like that.
Exactly.
We're not as sensitive as women.
Society makes the guys feel like they don't like that. It doesn't matter.
Society doesn't make me feel like anything.
I think I'm a man. I think society makes man.
No, society doesn't make
man.
See, that's woke. See, that's woke.
Man. And now, ooh, I'm a big man and I'm a bear.
Are you?
And girls are little tiny little mice. I want to just punch over and over again.
Is this a joke? I can't tell. No, see, that's the woke. That's the woke right there. I understand you got like really exaggerated towards the end, but at the beginning, that was still woke.
I mean, hey,
and it's okay to be a little bit woke.
I'm a little bit. Are you a little bit woke? You're a little bit woke.
No.
Yeah, you are.
I'm not a little bit woke.
Anime's a lot of woke.
Anime's not woke.
Anime, that kind of hurt my hand a little bit.
Anime has nothing to do with politics. And that might make people be like, well, actually, foreign relations with Japan is heavily reliant on the anime. I don't care about that. I'm talking about wokeness.
Yep. Welp.
I think that, what did you say? You said that society makes... Yeah, you're talking about society makes men be like men. I think that men are a certain way, and I don't think society makes men do a certain thing. I think there are a couple things maybe, like society can tell men how they're supposed to act in a certain way, but I think that there's also some stuff of that ingrained in men from birth, not from society.
I think so too.
Like responsibility is something that should be ingrained in men from birth, not society. And I think it is something that's ingrained from society because you see that all throughout history. All throughout history, men are supposed to be like caretakers and protectors and more responsible than women are supposed to be. And that is all through history. Except for maybe like Amazonian tribes in the rainforest. But that's like rare cases.
You think men should just be like, just men, not like
men,
no emotions.
See,
and
I think
like
that people can go overboard with not showing any emotion, but a lot of times, so I think a lot of men think that they can't show any emotion now because that's how it's been maybe in the past. Like in war, it's not good to show emotion. In war, it's not good to be emotionally vulnerable. You need to shut down your emotions. You need to go out to the front lines. You need to kill people. That's what war is. But we're not in a wartime right now. We are in a time that men can be more vulnerable with their emotions. And I think that people try to... I think that you should be able to control your emotions, and I don't think you should like let all your emotions like fall out, but I don't think you should be like a stoic guy who never lets his emotions out because that's not healthy. And the only time you should do that is when you're in war, and you need to.
Why do you think men just never cry? When's the last time you cried? Oh, I don't know when the last time you cried.
Last time I cried...
I know.
Last time I cried sadness was when my dog died.
Yeah. When's the last time you cried happiness?
When I went to church camp and the Holy Spirit hit me.
This last church camp?
Yeah. That was probably the last time I cried happiness.
Pretty sick.
But
I think maybe same, honestly. Happiness.
I don't know.
Let's just say
you cried at the 21 Pilots concert.
Oh yeah, I did.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, I did. Oh gosh, such a good song. I heard that.
I don't cry at concerts. There are times when I feel like emotional and sad when like I'm watching a very emotional like piece of media, whether it be like You know, like when you have those videos like soldiers coming home to their families, bro.
Oh, yeah,
that
those-
hits you, bro.
It does. I don't know why.
Dude. Well, it's because like
Those videos.
it's
bro.
because I think of like myself and if I had a family and how like I would feel if I was coming home to my family after years of being gone.
Yeah.
And like the feeling of like not knowing whether I'm gonna come back, like, cause something could happen. Like, dude, that hits you, bro. But like,
Yeah.
I don't know, romance movies or like dog movies don't really hit me that much. Like sad dog movies.
I think I teared up at the Winter Jam.
At Winter Jam,
Yeah.
I did not tear up at Winter Jam at all.
Yeah, because you're a man.
There was nothing sad at Winter Jam.
I think it's just good. It's just all of it. It's just nice. It's just like yeah. I just had a good time, man.
So you cried in sadness.
I teared up.
You're like, why am I here? I hate this.
I teared up because of excitement.
Oh.
And like happiness.
Well,
But,
here's
like,
the thing. Whenever I have this. Oh, sorry. Did I interrupt you?
I think so. I don't even remember.
I don't know if you were gonna say anything.
I don't know. I think I was gonna say the last time I cried of sadness. You said what you're gonna say. I'm trying to think about it.
Okay. Whenever something is very like, either makes me think really hard, or something makes me think really hard, or I feel really like proud of myself, like I did something really good, or something is just so cool that it's just like, what? Like my eyes will get like watery, not like crying watery, but like I don't know how to describe it. I don't get like cry sad, and I never
moist.
drop tears. Yeah, like my eyes will get wetter and I'll like blink more almost.
Yeah.
But like when it's something like intense, like I see something really cool. Like if I see a really cool animation, my eyes will get watery and I'll be like, this is so cool.
I did that too for some stuff.
But I'm not gonna cry, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
It's just like an instinct reaction from my
that
body.
happens to me too.
Yeah. I think it probably happens to a lot of people, but
Not sure.
I don't know how common that is.
I think the last time I probably cried from sadness is either when Diana left Legends, or when I left Legends. I'm thinking of me mortally fatalitying you right now.
Say that again,
That's
but
it.
in English.
I'm thinking about mortally fatalitying you right now.
Mortally fatalitying me?
Yes. I'm
It's not how you say
the
it.
guy with the hat, and I'm punching you in the face right now.
You're the guy with the hat?
Yep.
I'm the guy with the hat. I'm Kung Lao.
I'm punching. I can see it.
We've been playing Mortal Kombat too.
Oh, and I've been clicking. It's 11.
And I have
Mortal
one
Kombat
character that I play.
11. Mortal Kombat 11.
Okay, Mortal Kombat 11.
I guess it doesn't really
It's
matter that
I thought it was
It's
I,
fine.
but I guess it's 11. Whatever. Anyway, we've been playing that game, and I play like one character because I want to get good with one character and be able to play really well. And he plays like a bunch of different ones,
Because it's funner.
and I keep destroying him because I
Man,
actually know the
You do
character.
not keep destroying me.
Yes, I do.
Not every single time.
Win-loss ratio is 80% to me,
Possibly.
or more, probably more.
Yeah, I'm having fun with them. I'm having fun with them.
You get mad, and then you start screaming.
I don't get mad. I was.
You start
one
screaming
time.
every time. I never scream when we play. It's not one
Yes, you
time.
do. Yes,
it's
you
every
do.
time.
Yes, you do. Yes, you do.
When do I scream?
You do scream when you get.
I scream when I'm making.
I hit that button. My buttons aren't working.
Okay.
Where's my combos?
I don't-
Where's my combo?
I don't scream. I yell. There's a difference.
There is.
You scream to the point where it like breaks your voice. You know, like the difference between like oh and ah. Like you do the ah, and I do like what the crap. My voice doesn't break in the way that it's screaming.
I guess I'm just.
I
more
will I will
enthusiastic
yell
than
if like I try to do a combo and I hit the buttons perfectly and my character goes and doesn't do the combo. I'm like, what the frick? I just did the combo.
I guess I just. I don't know. I guess I don't yell. I just scream. Like I just go from like talk to like scream.
Yeah, you
I don't know.
honestly surprise me. You'll be sitting there so calmly, and then you'll like win around, and you'll like jump up out of your chair and do a little dance in a circle, and just be like screaming just nonsense. And I'm like,
Bro.
this guy's actually on drugs.
Dude, I don't know why. I just have like such an enthusiastic, hyper personality.
That's true. That's true.
And ending with that.
Yep.
That was such a good episode! Yes! So, this monkey guy's up here and he's chilling.
You should have thrown it at the camera.
The ending
so it
thought-
actually would have hit the camera. No, don't go get it and throw it. You missed. You missed so bad. You didn't even get close.
I missed so bad. Anyway, with that.
Oh my god. Why are we?
Goodbye. Frick.
Goodbye, quiet. Oh wait, we can switch mics.
Yes.
Oh, ew, that stinks. No. I'm kidding. I didn't smell it. Yeah, you can have it now.
Okay. We're gonna do the ending question. We haven't done that by the way. Oh,
You're gonna like spit on my
also,
I'm scared of this guy.
we're gonna be recording on. We're gonna be posting on Saturdays now. I haven't been.
We've been supposed to be posting on Saturdays, but
I
when this
keep
comes out, this is
forgetting.
gonna come out like next Saturday now.
Probably. I'm
Because
gonna post the other one tomorrow, and then I'm gonna get this one up next
Why
Saturday.
wouldn't you post the other one tonight?
I don't know.
You have time.
Probably do have time. Maybe I
He,
can.
he keeps forgetting to post them.
I keep forgetting, and then it's just like
He edits them. He posts them. He does all like the stuff. I'm just here to talk, but he keeps forgetting to post them.
It's sad, but I will get better. And Saturday, we're gonna start posting Saturdays instead of Thursdays because I have a schedule change.
We
Pretty much.
have always posted Saturdays.
No, we just post on Thursdays,
We used to at the beginning, but then we have been posting on Saturdays.
like 2 times, if that.
Oh yeah, because you keep forgetting to.
I keep forgetting to, and I keep forgetting to tell people that we're going to.
Yeah.
We're gonna be recording on. We're gonna be
We're
posting.
supposed to have been posting on Saturdays.
We're supposed to be posting on Saturdays for the last. I think it's exactly 3 weeks. 3 weeks now, but it's okay. I'll get better at it. I'll post on Saturdays, and I want to try to see if we can think of consistent like ending thoughts every time. Ending thought for this episode is
Any question?
ending question. It's got to be like a good question, like a
What is the cringiest thing you've ever done in your life?
sure.
Fits with the topic.
What is the cringiest thing you've ever done in your life? And if you haven't done anything in your life and you're cringy and you're a god, then what's the cringiest thing you've ever seen anything else, anybody else in your life?
If there's not,
But you're also not a god, so I'm sorry.
Yeah, you're not.
You're not a god.
If there's something that you have seen someone do that is more cringe than something that you have personally
Yes,
done,
that's better.
then say that. But we laid out our cringe things that we have.
We laid out our life to y'all
Yeah.
in the cringiest way possible.
Yes.
I could just be cringe on commandment. Okay.
You're not wrong. You can.
I'm out in his piece.
You're out
Toodaloo.
Peace.
Bye.